Doshaguma of the Hunt has been a very difficult challenge quest in the game right now, and that is mainly down to the builds and the different weapons you have to use, especially for a lot of players because you're not used to using other weapons, and that's totally fine because today I'm going to teach you guys how to get an under 5-minute run slaying the Doshaguma to get yourself that Mark of Bravery pendant in a week or two after the quest ends. So right now I know a lot of players have been struggling, and if you are, I'm going to teach you exactly which loadout to use and how to use that loadout. It doesn't matter if you've used any of these weapons before or not. I started using this weapon for the first time last night when I got the run, and within 5 runs I actually did achieve the time. So it's completely possible for a brand new user to pick up this new weapon and then just go into using it. So what you're going to do is you're going to load up Doshaguma of the Hunt. Once you've posted the quest, we're going to be picking the set with the heavy bowgun, which is the bone shooter 3. This is the weapon we're going to be using. Once you've done that, you're going to select your heavy bowgun and go into the mission. And then you're just going to jump off the cliff and prepare for the actual fight. Once you're down to the bottom, so I'm just going to explain to you because it's going to take some time. So before you go down, what you're going to do is you want to pull out your heavy bowgun. You're going to want to then swap your ammo types by holding L1 on your controller. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick demon ammo. Now what demon ammo does, it's very nice. You can aim at the floor and you can pop the powder. By walking through it, you get a buff. This will then increase your damage by 1.2 times for 3 minutes. So you're going to have 3 minutes of a damage buff for free using this. Once you've popped your demon ammo, you're going to want to be using your flaming ammo for the rest of the fight. It's very nice because when you take shots, you can see it travel. So it actually means you can hit the monster even if it's out of range or at a distance, which is nice to attract it to you. You're going to be using your flaming ammo consistently to build up your ignition bar. So if you look in the top right where you can see your ammo, if for any reason it says reload between your ammos, all you have to do is just press the Y button if you're on controller and you'll do a full reload. But you're mainly going to want to be using your ignition mode, and that is the blue bar at the top of your ammo count. So as you can see, it says press circle when I've got the weapon out. We're going to press that and you're going to put this massive thing on the side here to get your Wyvern Heart ignition. Once you've done that, the weapon then becomes a minigun and you literally just open fire for days on the monster like it has no business. You're just continuously using this as much as you can. Once it's out, you'll go back to your flaming ammo and then continue building up your ignition. As you can see there, it's going up quite quickly. And of course, you'll be doing damage to the monster as well, so you get damage done and building up that ignition. Once that ignition is fully built, you'll just pop it back up and you'll spray down the monster fully with your bar again. This is literally the easiest way to get an under 5-minute run. Even if you've never used the weapon, you can see it's very simple. Once you finally ran out of flaming ammo, however, because it will happen, you want to make sure that you've got your demon ammo buff still going. So if you look in the top left, you'll see a little sword with a red bag. That is your demon ammo. And you can hold L1 to actually see how much time you have left on that. If it's about to deplete, all you have to do is just quickly shoot the ground with your demon ammo again and replenish the buff fully. Once you've done that, you're then going to swap back to your flaming ammo. If you're out of flaming ammo, you want to be using the spread ammo, and the spread ammo is quite nice, but it works as a shotgun. So when you actually get up close to the monster, you'll see a big box and you can just keep firing. There's a lot of recoil and a bit of knockback, so you do want to be quite close to the monster and also fire it slowly. But at that point, the monster should be fairly close to dying if you've actually been doing enough damage. Now, some extra tips for you during this hunt is that when the monster gets up on its hind legs, it's most likely going to do its ground break attack. And here you're going to notice its stomach actually turns red because you can focus strike it. The window of opportunity here to focus strike this is not high enough. You don't need to worry about hitting this, it's just a bonus if you can. If you can hit the focus strike on the stomach and quickly pop it off, then that's perfectly. You're going to get a lot more damage and you're going to do a bit more knockback on the monster so you can actually deal more damage for free. If you don't have the confidence to do this, just dodge it. Because if you're not knocked down, you're still going to be able to do damage. You'll be able to dodge to the side and not take damage as well, so you're not going to die. You're going to just be able to keep producing that damage to the monster, so you're going to be totally fine. If you have the confidence, go for the focus strike. If you don't, just dodge. You're totally fine. Now, obviously, when the monster gets enraged and as you're fighting the monster, multiple wounds are going to appear on them. Focus strike these wounds as much as you can because you know focus strikes do a ton of damage. Your goal here is to literally kill the monster as fast as possible, to deal as much damage as you can by focusing those wounds. Now, in the arena as well, as you can see here from my position, there's a tree right underneath me and there's a tree on the other side of the map. Now, depending on which side of the map you've actually led the monster to, you want to kite around the tree. The monster will try to attack you obviously, but the tree will soak up some of the damage and block the monster from getting to you. eventually the monster will destroy these trees. These are great for the first part of the fight to actually soak up some damage from the monster and kite around an object to keep in cover, meaning you take less damage and you can then deal as much damage as you can, which is fantastic. Now, one thing that's also special about this loadout as well is its mantle. You'll get the evasion mantle. So what you'll do is make sure you've got that in the bottom right of your item loadout, and you'll just press square or whatever button is on your platform to put the mantle on. Now, why this mantle is very nice, it will then give you an extended invulnerability window, which means you can dodge longer and not take damage, which is awesome. Very helpful for when you're using the heavy bowgun too, because it does shorten your dodges, so having the mantle on makes life a bit easier. And then when you actually dodge at the right time, like basically the last minute, you'll get a very nice attack boost as well, which will then contribute to the demon buff. So then you'll have the demon ammo buffing you and also the dodge. So you're getting even more damage just for dodging because you put the mantle on. It's going to be a very nice way to deal as much damage. Now, if you've managed to follow all of this correctly, then you should be able to get the Doshaguma defeated under 5 minutes to get that reward, which is the mark of Bravery. This is your A rank reward and is going to be the best reward for a lot of players unless you can somehow get into the top 10,000 players. For a majority of the players, just getting A rank is a very achievable goal, especially when using this loadout and using the weapon as I've explained. If it does take you a few times, you're going to be fine. You just got to learn to dodge and not take damage. And every time you use the strategy, you're only going to get better, so you will eventually knock down the Doshaguma with underneath the 5-minute mark. So let me know in the comment section below when you finally do achieve your goals, and let me know what time you got, because I'm just interested in knowing what time you all got. And I hope you enjoy your mark of Bravery when it drops in a week or two after this event ends. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And if it did help you, go ahead and click that subscribe button for more of these useful videos. And thank you very much for just watching, and I hope you have a brilliant day.